Good evening, fellow geeks. Welcome to a new one-shot slash session zero. We're going to be doing a quick playthrough of Daggerheart to try it out. So today is session zero. We're going to be making characters, and if we have time, doing a tiny little bit of like a tutorial encounter. And then on the next episode, we will be playing through a fun little one-shot. So we have an awesome cast with us for this one. We've got me and Emily from Level 1 Geek, and then we've got some awesome guests joining us, and I am going to let them introduce themselves. Feel free to tell us about yourself, where you are on the internet. We'll start with GM Justin here, who is new to our channel.
Hey guys, how's it going? I am GM Justin. You can find me on all my socials at Forever GM Justin. You can also find me over at Roll D5. That's ROLE underscore D5, where we specialize in playing RPGs. And I am thankfully joined with our director themselves on.
Oh, hi. That was smooth, I
What a
must say.
segue.
That was excellent. But yeah, my name is also known as Aundawyn, and as said, I'm director producer over at Roll D5, where we do all the indie RPGs. I think in total so far we've played 150 different
Ooh.
games, if I have done the math correctly, which I probably have not. But yeah, you
Could
can
be even
find me
more.
everywhere as Aundawyn. It could be more. I
I'm not a
doubt
math
it's
kid, don't
less.
ask me.
Exactly. Gonna walk away
Awesome.
from the maths.
Yes,
On
RD5 is
where's
full of
my
good
where's my
content.
smooth transition, please?
And here's Bill.
And here's Bill.
Hi, I'm Bill. I've done a bunch here with Level 1 Geek. You can check out various things that we've done in the past. I've recently been really missing the Vaesen campaign we ran, which was great fun.
I always miss the Vaesen
I've just
campaign.
been talking about Vaesen with people for a long time. I have a couple of shows. If you like puzzles and mysteries, you can check out Escape This Podcast for audio escape rooms featuring fun guests and cool people. Or if you like murder mysteries, why not check out Solve This Murder for various murder mysteries. Also, the third DLC for Rise of the Golden Idol just came out. So if you like more murder mysteries but on your computer with a fun 70s theme, I was one of the writers for that game. So go and check that out. It's great fun.
Fantastic. Well, excited to have you all on the show with us. Thank you for joining. Okay, I think we'll just jump right into it today. We are going to start off with some character creation. Like I mentioned, we are playing Daggerheart by Darrington Press. It's been all the rage lately, so we're gonna try it out. We're gonna have a good time. Now we don't have any follow along for you guys to watch at home, but I'll try to make sure that we're talking through all of the steps and that we're announcing our decisions so you guys can kind of get an idea of what characters we're making as we go. For anybody who's curious what we are using, we're using the character builder tool on Demiplane, which is quite smooth, and I recommend it if you're making a character. Give it a try. They have a free version that you can try on Demiplane. It doesn't unlock all of the different archetypes and everything, but you can try it out for free. So that's what we're going to be using today. Cool. So all of you players are on the character builder page where it's on the getting started section. Is that correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome. So to talk a little bit about before we jump into the actual character decisions, let's talk a little bit about the tone and the theme and the setting that we're going to be playing in. So Daggerheart has a handful of campaign frames. Instead of doing like adventure paths and pre-written adventures, they have campaign frames, which are basically like pre-baked settings that gives you some jumping points to start your own campaign. And they adjust the rules in small little ways, and they're really neat. So the one that we're going to be playing in, we're going to be playing in the setting of Beast Feast, and we're not going to be delving like super deep into like the rule changes and everything of Beast Feast. But for anybody who's seen Delicious in Dungeon, that's definitely a big touchstone for this setting. So we're going to be dealing with hunting monsters, eating them for delicious and special nutrition, and we're twisting it up a little bit in our one shot. We're going to focus less on delving into the dungeon for monsters, and we're going to focus more on the aftermath. So the setting that we're going to be playing in is you guys are some of the royal court's best dungeon hunters at getting some of these delicious meals, and you supply them for royal feasts. And in our one shot, this is the very first time that you as a group have actually been invited to this feast. So the feasts are usually full of political and royal intrigue. And as something a little special, there are questions that you typically ask in the campaign frames to kind of get started into the setting. And I've made my own for this one. And instead of doing the normal questions, everybody is going to pick a political goal that they want to accomplish at this feast. And so everybody is going to kind of have their own agenda that they're going to be working towards. And so that's going to be our setting. It's going to be whimsical. There will be light themes of monster hunting and heavy themes of royal intrigue. And then for safety tools, we are using lines and veils. Us as a group have worked them out together off screen. And then if anybody ever has their comfort thresholds crossed, we are also using the X card safety tool. So we'll make sure everybody stays safe and comfy for this one. All right, cool. I think that's everything I have to go over. Anybody have any questions before we start with character creation?
No questions, but I want to point out one of my most favorite things in the entire world when I play a game with M is descriptions of food. And so
Oh yeah,
We'll see
you
how
better
Amber's
believe I'm
input
gonna
rate.
throw some of that
God.
to her.
No.
I'm not gonna take all that. You gotta. This is your specialty. Awesome, cool. So on your character sheet, there is a campaign frame selection tool here. Everybody make sure it is set to Beast Feast because it will slightly, we're not going to use, in the campaign frame itself, there's some special downtime activities. That's the biggest way it alters the rules, but we're not really going to get to too much downtime. But there is some unique equipment and weapons that it'll add selections to, such as like magical rolling pins or giant forks.
Oh,
So
fun.
those will be options for your characters. Okay, so we've got Beast Feast. You guys can, if you want to, you can put your character name and pronouns in. You can select like a little portrait, but I'm guessing you're probably going to want to get back to that after you have a better idea
Yeah.
of what you're playing.
I've always found that
Actually-
really odd. That's like a constant thing for a lot of character creators where they're like, okay, let's build a character. What's their name? What do they look like? Like, I
I
don't
pick
know
their
yet.
names first.
What?
I'd never
That's
do
how I build my characters.
because I don't know
Name
what the character's going to
first.
be yet. And so it's like,
That's how I pick the character is whatever the
Ah.
name comes to me, that's the vibe I get from my character.
Fascinating.
What's
I
your
want to
name?
try it
Different brains
On's
work.
way this time. But the only name
You
in my
want to.
head is Garbage.
Done. Throw it in. Throw it in.
That's
Okay,
great.
my character's name is Garbage.
Well, if you get your name or not, we can go ahead once we're done or going to come back to it. We can click on class, and that is where we are going to start with.
Okay.
You think
So-
garbage has class?
We'll find like the French name for garbage or something.
Garbage.
Okay, that's a bad example.
Now, so we have several options for classes here, and everybody can feel free to pick any of these classes. The one disclaimer I will have is this character builder does have some of the classes that are in playtest. It seems they don't add the classes to this character builder until they're pretty confident that they're playing pretty decently. So I will allow them, but just so you're aware, Assassin, Brawler, Warlock, and Witch are currently in playtest. They're not officially finalized yet. But if you guys want to play them, power to you. I've seen a Brawler and a Warlock played already, and they seem great. So
Honestly, that's like I saw Brawler, and I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna make this work. We're gonna go with it.
Yes.
That's incredible.
awesome. So Justin locking in a Brawler.
I'm getting the druid vibe.
Take it. I've seen the druid. You're going to love the druid.
Druids are awesome in this system. They are probably the class I've been most impressed by so far.
But I do have to ask, does the name suit the druid?
The name is Jen.
Okay.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Fits.
Yeah.
That fits.
That might have come to me because I was listening to some of the songs from Solo Leveling.
Nice.
What are you feeling,
As long as
Bill?
they're not like Iron Hand, Steel Heart, the druid.
Druid.
I'm the druid. Iron Hand, Steel Heart. Metal's in nature. You dig it out of rocks. Okay, wait, I love this guy. I like this character now. Sorry, I'm playing a druid called Iron Hand, Steel Hand.
Do it.
Surely, if we're explicitly a group of people who are going out to hunt monsters, surely we should have a hunter, like a ranger hunter, as a wayfinder, as the subclass.
That makes sense to
that is
me.
about hunting. Surely.
I'm not good at playing those types of characters. So if I reselect that character, they will be bad at their job, but
I'm-
it'll
I'm
work
gonna-
somehow.
I'll take it. I'll
It-
be a hunter.
They'll just be so
Awesome.
bad at their job that they're actually really good at it.
Yeah. I don't remember if it was Level 1 Geek I did this, but or another channel where I was like, I would like to do opposite of rolling. So if I roll bad, I want it to be good, but if I roll good, I want it to be bad. And it worked out really well.
I love that. Now, just so you guys kind of know what you're looking at as you're clicking through these classes. So a lot of this is going to be automated to your character sheet, but every class does have a starting hit points and a starting evasion. Evasion is basically your armor class. Hit points are your hit points. There's going to be 2 domains for every class, and every class shares a domain with at least one other class. So there are going to be things like for the brawler, there's bone and valor. And if you mouse over those, it'll kind of give you a idea of the flavor of those domains. The domains are what you're going to choose your ability cards from. This game has a lot of cards. You have a loadout of 5 cards at any given time. And so that's going to be kind of where your most of your abilities are going to come from. And then it's also going to tell you about your class's hope feature. We'll talk about hope later, but hope is a resource you gain when you roll well. And then it's also going to have like their starting class features and anything special about them. Also some background questions you can answer later. But once you select the class, there's also going to be 2 subclasses you can choose. And you're going to start with each with a subclass's foundation trait, which is going to be basically just a supplement of the core class.
Okay. Did M pick a class?
Yeah, Em, what are you thinking? If we got a brawler, a ranger, and a druid.
Oh my goodness. I'm really torn between like a warlock or an assassin. And I
Ooh.
think for just garbage vibes, we're gonna go assassin.
Yes.
Excellent. What political intrigue you will have.
It's obviously gonna be to kill somebody. Someone must stop me at all costs.
Very fun. Awesome.
Almost
Okay.
like,
So
okay, I had a character idea for that. Like somebody gave you a name that you should like kill, but it was the wrong spelling. And there's
Incredible.
2 of the same name, and you're like somebody has to stop you.
I have to
because it's
figure
so
out which one.
wrong. Yeah.
That's
Anyway,
hilarious.
keep going.
It's Steelhand Ironheart. I'm really confused.
I'm
Oh, man.
the blacksmith called Steelhand, and I'm the thief called Steelhand. Who could it be?
Wonder.
Oh man. Awesome. So yeah, let's go with we have our classes picked. Justin, you were first to pick. Do you have a subtype chosen yet?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Juggernaut for this one.
Juggernaut. Awesome.
What are the
That one is
options for
kind of
brawler
like the
that aren't
sorry, what was
Juggernaut? What do you ignore? What are you not choosing?
So out of these, it's Juggernaut or Martial Artist, and I figure Juggernaut just kind of speaks a little bit more because in my head, because you said political, I'm going to be a royal who just happens to have an affinity for getting into fights. So it's not uncommon for this gentleman to be fancy and prim and proper all day, and then take a little stroll down to the docks, and there you'll see sleeves rolled up, shirt kind of open, ready to go for a fight.
Love
I
it.
love that.
Okay.
It's badass.
Hey there, how you doing?
Excellent. What about you, Aundawyn? Do you have a idea of your subclass yet?
I think so. I have this issue where I must always choose something that has a healing aspect.
Fair.
So I'm gonna go with Warden of Renewal, because it has touch a creature and spend 3 hope, and that creature clears 1d4 hit points.
Excellent.
You
Healing
never know
is
what we're gonna get.
sparse in this game, so that's pretty big.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So I think we're gonna need it.
love it. And what's the one that you didn't take?
That one is Warden of Elements, so it's fire, earth, water, and air. So basically, I gave up being the avatar so I could heal your asses.
Ah, that's so nice.
We greatly appreciate it, On. Thank you so much.
Such sacrifice. Cool. What about you, Bill? You have the type of ranger picked that you're going to be?
So rangers, like the dichotomy seems to be between having an animal friend or being a hunter seems to be like the beast bound, deep bond with an animal ally, wayfinder, hunt your prey, strike with deadly force. And I think because we're explicitly going into dungeons to hunt monsters, I think a wayfinder makes more sense.
I love that.
I have started to build a vague image of my character in my head, and I do think that he's 79 years old.
Ooh,
Incredible.
that's awesome.
Garbage
yeah.
hopes to be the one that puts you in the grave.
Cool.
You'll have to race my heart for the honor.
Oh my god.
What's going to be
And
the
then
cause
you,
of
Em, what are
death
you
here?
picking?
It's
I'm
gonna
the
have to be a
first man
rollable
in my
table.
family to live past 69, and I'm 79.
Nice.
Every year's been a blessing.
What are you taking, Em?
I'm taking
As an
Poisoner's
assassin.
Guild.
Poisoner's
Yeah.
Guild. And what's the other guild?
The other one's Executioner's Guild, which is pretty basic. You get extra damage on like first strike and backstabbing, but with Poisoner's Guild, I get to have a certain amount of poisons like Gorgon's Root, Grave Spore, and Leechweed, which sounds very
Ooh, I
fun
love
for
that.
like, oh, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get all these resources from all these monsters we're killing so I can craft new poisons. It felt appropriate.
Excellent.
Then you
Oh,
would do
yeah.
really well with like the name kind of close to garbage for like scrap.
Oh,
That
that
would
is
work
pretty good.
so well.
That's pretty great,
Just
actually.
scrappy putting it together.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
I also
love
like the
that.
idea that what sets our food apart is there's just a little bit of poison in there. Just a little bit, right? Just like too much will kill you, but just a little bit gives like a kick.
It adds a little bit of pizzazz, a little bit of spice.
Yeah. And no one else has the technical know-how. Every
What is
other
that?
time people have tried it, they've killed people die, but we've got a good poisoner and stuff. We know how to get just the right amount.
Just a little bit. It's like blowfish. What is it? Fugu?
Yeah,
A little
yeah,
bit
yeah.
poisonous. Just do just right. Yeah.
So also a head chef. Love it. Cool. So for your domains that you guys have between the two of you, so the assassin is Midnight and Blade. The brawler is Bone and Valor. The ranger is Bone and Sage. So you two share Bone, which is worth keeping in mind later. And then the druid
Okay.
is Sage and Arcana.
She's age.
So yeah, so you two share Sage. So the only thing that's worth keeping note on that is as you pick your domain cards, you're gonna pick a couple to start with once we get further down the line. It's not required, but it is heavily recommended that you don't pick the same cards just because they are such the bread and butter of how your character works that it'll make sure everybody feels very unique and covers a wide variety of abilities. So if you guys really want to both pick the same one, you can, but just kind of communicate with each other as you're choosing your cards down the line. All right, so we've got our classes chosen and we have got our subclasses chosen. I'm following along with you guys here. Also, when you choose your subclass, if you note, you may have a spellcast trait, and that trait is just worth noting as you pick your ability scores. That's going to be the skill you're going to use to do your spells, if you end up having any. All right, and speaking of traits, that's the next step. So if we click on Set Your Traits, everybody here can choose their traits. Now, there is a suggested set of traits that you're welcome to use, and if you want to use those, you just toggle that slider on. If you want to pick them on your own, then you get one trait at +2, one trait at -1, two traits at +1, and then the other two traits are just at 0. And just for a quick overview of what the traits do, kind of their overview, agility is sprint, leap, maneuver. Strength is lift, smash, grapple. Finesse is control, hide, tinker. Instinct is perceive, sense, navigate. Presence is charm, perform, deceive. And knowledge is recall, analyze, and comprehend. So those are the 6 scores.
I will take a -1 in strength.
So did I.
Oh,
I actually
no.
just went with the suggested. I thought it looked really
I did too.
good.
I think
Well-
I'm just gonna switch around the strength though.
Yeah, I did. I was thinking the exact same to take a -1 on strength. That's why we have this brawler with us. Because
Well,
usually
Justin, you're
for
our
a
bodyguard.
for a like the base suggested for the Wayfinder is 2 agility, 1 finesse, 1 instinct, -1 presence. You're a bit of a, but I kind of feel like, I mean, I'm in my late 70s. I think the -1 should be on strength.
I dig it.
Yeah, so with with my character, the suggested traits are 1 in agility, 1 in strength, 2 in instinct, and a -1 in knowledge. But without having previously known that, I had clicked on and put strength as my +2, instinct and presence will be my +1s, and agility will actually be my -1. So I will be able to hit hard. I'll be able to hit fast. I'm just not going to be the most agile person out there.
That's
Nice.
okay.
I love it. Sounds like a good spread. Cool. So once everybody's got those finalized, we can click on choose starting weapons. So let me talk a little bit about weapons and how they work in Daggerheart. So there are primary weapons, which go in your main hand, and there are secondary weapons, which go in your offhand. You have 2 hands unless some kind of ability specifies otherwise. So everybody gets to choose 2 weapons to start with. They can be 2 primary weapons, they can be a primary and a secondary, they can be 2 secondaries. Just 2 weapons, you get to choose them. If you click on one of the weapons and you drop down their stats, some of the things that we're going to be looking at to tell what they do. There's a burden, which is how many hands they take. And then there is the trait that they use, and that trait is not for damage. That trait is just for your accuracy. So it's what you're going to roll to hit with the weapon. Your damage is set on the weapon itself, and also it uses your proficiency stat, which will be on your character sheet once everything is done. And then with the damage, it's either going to say PHY or MAG after the damage. That is physical or magic, which the only thing that does is different creatures may interact with different damage types differently. And then you're also going to have the range. And the ranges in this game are a little bit interesting. So if we're talking about terms of a battle map, which you can or can't use, and we will probably be using a battle map for session 1, but melee means that you are right adjacent to the creature. So like anything close range. If it's very close, it's within 15 feet of you. So imagine like a spear or something with reach. If it's close, it's within 30 feet. And so you might notice a weapon like a staff is close. That's because it shoots magic in this game. So it's worth kind of keeping an eye on those ranges there. If it's so close is within 30 feet, far is within 60 feet, and very far is like beyond up to like 120 feet or something like that. And then there also might be a feature. Like a lot of these secondary weapons will have features where like they might add damage, they might give you armor. So yeah, everybody feel free to go through and pick a couple weapons. You are allowed to have 2 like loadouts essentially equipped in Daggerheart. And whenever you are in danger, there's no initiative in this game per se, but if you're in danger and under pressure, to swap weapons between your loadouts, you have to take a stress. Otherwise, you can swap between them freely. So, yeah, go ahead and get your weapons selected.
I love that there is light frame wheelchair that can be used as a weapon. That's
Right?
incredible.
It's super
Pretty
cool.
badass.
But it's one-handed? Come on. My arcane gauntlets are a
Because you still
two-handed
need to
burden.
move, so the weapon in one hand, moving with the other.
I think you just be going in. So you need both hands. I'm saying.
You do the swap.
Yeah, I'm
kinda
just
like a robot.
saying. If my battle axe can't be one-handed, I don't know why my wheelchair can.
For my weapons,
Plus-
I went with cooking knife because it felt
Well, yeah.
appropriate for the situation. And that's only melee, so I went with hand crossbow for the other. I can shoot people far away.
Ooh, nice.
I have to be flexible in my killings.
Wow, the cooking knife stats are not bad.
I know. I was really tempted to go with cooking knife and large fork, but I couldn't justify it to myself.
That's fair.
I mean,
4 pages of weapons.
I know you can, because the fork, if you're poisoning, you don't want to touch it. So you need to carry the fork with you.
If you think that I'm not taste testing my own poisons, you've got another thing coming to you.
Well, then I'm going to stop making suggestions. 'Cause clearly I don't know shit.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I'm teasing. I'm teasing. But I'm going to take Sparkling Staff.
Incredible.
Excellent.
Because it has powerful, on a successful attack, roll an additional damage die, discard the lowest result.
Ooh, I like that. That's good.
Very nice.
Mhm. Oh wait, the trait is knowledge. Oh no, I have a +1 in knowledge. That could have been bad. I made a change. I instead took the whip because it felt better druidic wise because I can actually use a vine for it.
Love it.
Ooh,
But
love
now I
that.
still have another chance or thought. And exploding potions sounds real cool. So I think
I
I
will
just have to take it for the cool factor.
I think you have
I will
to.
say
Yeah.
That's it.
one thing I really like about this system so far is that I think all the weapons are actually pretty different and they're all pretty good.
Yeah,
Like none of the weapons feel bad so far that I've seen.
no, they're great.
I couldn't help myself. I took the arcane gauntlets.
Yes!
Nice.
I saw those, I brought those down. I was like, okay, strength two-handed makes sense. Those are my hand wraps, so that way my hands are protected and I'd be able to do some pretty good damage, magical damage with them. And then just for poops and giggles, because the guy is a nobleman, he's
Yes.
learned to mop, but it's incredibly bad. The only thing he really knows how to do is put into water, bring out, swish, 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 repeat, and then it makes for a really good stick to hit somebody with.
I love this.
I'm just picturing Garbage silently screaming over puddles everywhere that's never been actually mopped back up. It's just the spreading of water.
The man can write you a dissertation on like the political situation going on in the next country over. But when it comes to mopping, nah, this is too much, fam. I don't know what
Oh, I love
I'm doing.
that.
Fantastic. Cool. Anybody still working on their weapons?
I've grabbed a short bow, which is classic, easy, suggested. Longbow
Yeah.
reduces my finesse because it's big and heavy, so I'm not taking that. And also, I don't think my guy he probably used to use a longbow, and now that's hard on your back.
Right.
I'm looking at. Luckily, I found that you can just type in like agility, and it gives you a list of all the weapons
Oh.
that use agility as their trait.
That's nice to
and-
know.
Yeah, and what's really nice is it's not what I would have expected. Stuff like broadswords and cleavers use agility as their main trait.
Hey, how about that?
But that is helpful for helping me pick another good weapon. I could use a
Yeah, I didn't know
fireworks
that.
launcher.
That's actually
I
that's
probably
cool.
won't.
I'm glad you did that because Enchanted Boomerang?
Enchanted Boomerang is pretty swag.
Wait, can I swap out a short bow for a fishing rod? They're the same, I think. Range far on a fishing rod, but it does D6 plus 3 physical damage.
That's
It's
amazing.
a very strong fishing rod.
Hand runes or boomerang? This is rude. If I change,
This
I'll
is,
let
I
you know.
think this is one of the hardest decisions to make because there's so
Yeah.
many cool weapons.
It's
Yeah.
really setting up. Yeah, a fishing rod has the same stats to short bow.
I think fishing rod is Beast Feast specific, so it's
Yeah.
probably just like a reflavored short bow.
I think that's that cleaver. I think is just a reflavored broadsword as well.
Yeah.
Large fork is, I'd probably a reskinned something.
Like a
Can I
dagger
have
or
a-
something.
There's also a. Did you say it was in terms of ranges? I see some are melee and some are very close. Was very close the one we have to be right next to them, and melee is the 15 feet.
No, so melee is adjacent. Very close is 15 feet, so like a reach weapon.
Oh, very close is further than melee. Okay, great.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna do hand runes. That feels druidic. Okay.
I'll take a cleaver and I'll move on with my life.
Okay. Are you sure?
Excellent.
Take
sure
your
about that?
time. I'm just giving you a hard one.
I think mostly the bow is going to be the weapon. The cleaver's for then cutting up the creatures that we find, and if I need to use it to defend myself, I guess. But I don't want to be in that situation.
I love it. Cool. All right, so we're all locked in on weapons. Love it. So now we are going to choose an armor. So let's talk a little bit about how armor stats work. Every one of these armors, if you click one of them open just to see, they're going to have an armor score. Now, the armor score is basically the armor's hit points. You can take an armor score to reduce damage when you get hit. So that number of times is how many times you can reduce damage. So next is the base threshold, which is 2 numbers. It's a number / a number. And with your base threshold, you add your level to it, and that is your total threshold. And whenever you suffer damage, you will roll the damage, total up the number, just like you would in any other game. And then you're going to compare that number to your thresholds. If it is your first number or lower, you lose 1 hit point. If it's above your first number up to your second number, you take 2 damage. That's called minor, major damage. And if you take over your second number, then you take 3 hit points. That's called severe damage. So that's the 2 main scores. The base score is how many times you can use it to reduce damage. And whenever you suffer minor, major, or severe damage, you can instead tick an armor score off of your armor to reduce it by 1 step. So if you take minor damage, you can take no damage. If you take major, you can lose 1 hit point instead, etc. And then they might have features, which could be penalties, they could be buffs, and that's armor.
I have decided to change my subclass.
Do it.
Okay. Go into Warden of Elements.
for it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. I have decided that chaos is going to ensue, and the best way to do that is to have access to the elements.
Yes.
Yes.
Correct.
That's a good point.
Fair enough. So to be clear about the armor breakdown, so like if I have an armor score of 4, it means there are 4 times that I can use that armor to reduce the damage I've taken after
Correct.
all the threshold stuff. And after that, I think there are mechanics to repair it. And
Yeah, so
later on.
basically whenever you rest in this game, you choose downtime activities, and one of the downtime activities is to repair your.
And if it goes, can I do it 4 times? Like, can I walk around with armor with an armor score of 0 and still just get the base threshold stuff, and I can no longer use it to reduce? Or does going down to 0 make the whole thing fall off my body and leave me standing around
I
naked?
have to check on it. I believe you can, like, I think you still wear it for the threshold.
Yeah,
I think you can take 1 last hit if all of them are marked, and if you do, it destroys the armor, and then you lose the threshold.
sure.
So I think you can push it past its limit once to destroy it.
Cool.
I'll clarify that, but off the top of my head, I think that's how it works.
Yeah.
Sounds right.
Look at all this armor lowering my evasion. Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Anybody have their armors chosen yet?
Yes.
Leather
Yeah.
apron.
Leather apron.
Nice. Quilted clothing.
Excellent.
Tree bark.
Oh, how fitting.
Sounds heavy.
It is. And I also, this is a reminder, I also have -1 strength.
What is
Nice.
so what does heavy do
This
again?
This is ceremonial armor, basically.
Oh, that's
So
Heavy
for
is
this one,
-1 to evasion.
yeah, heavy is there's also very heavy armor, which is
Which
-2 to evasion and a -1 to agility, like the baking tray breastplate.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's big boy.
So in total, I have -3 to evasion.
my goodness.
So I'm just
Okay,
gonna
nobody
use that,
needs that.
whip to move objects out of my way instead of me moving out of their way.
I love this idea.
Here for it.
Fantastic.
I think I'm going quite light on armor. I'm looking for something so small that it actually increases my evasion.
Ooh.
So either the quilted clothing or the gambeson. Gambeson to me implies like some kind of previous military career. It's like, yeah, I used to wear this underneath my heavy armor.
Yeah.
I don't think that's on the cards for my person. I think I'll just take quilted clothing. He's just
Quilted
wearing
clothing.
clothes. He just padded up his clothes a bit. The stats are low. Base score is 3. The thresholds are 5 and 11. But it's flexible, so I get +1 to evasion. So it doesn't
Perfect.
matter
That's
what
great.
my armor is. I'll never get hit ever again.
That is probably how that will work.
Congrats.
I don't
So happy
believe
for
them.
you.
All right. So next step is we're going to take your starting inventory, and this is pretty basic. Everybody's going to start with like a little kit of basics, a torch, 50 feet of rope, basic supplies, and a handful of gold. And gold in this game is very vague. 10 handfuls are a bag, 10 bags is a chest. You can't carry more than a chest unless you deposit it in a bank or something. So everybody will start with a handful of gold, and then you get a couple choices. Everybody gets to pick between either a health potion or a stamina potion. Health potion restores hit points. Stamina clears stress. And then you get to choose one of two items dependent on your class that does nothing of note. It is just to kind of start a little bit of a backstory.
I took stamina and a strange pendant found in the dirt.
Nice.
I also took stamina, but I went with a list of names with several marked off.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, fair enough.
Yeah.
Again, I was thinking stamina as well, purely
Uh-oh.
because I have abilities that, like I can take stress deliberately to increase my proficiency as a wayfinder. So I can be like, oh, I'm going to take some stress, but now I'm twice as I'd roll like an extra damage die instead of just one. I can roll two. Seems
Yeah,
very
do a
helpful.
health potion just in case.
And ideally, I'd be long ranged, and I'll never get hit again in my fantastic evasive armor. So maybe I don't need the health. So I want to kind of take the stamina just so because I know I'm going to be stressing myself with abilities. So that might be true for all classes. That whatever you do, just,
Some
take
use
stress
stress
and
more
do
than
this.
others. Like Druid uses a lot of stress
I'm
specifically.
taking a stamina potion. That's
Yeah, it
my
makes sense.
first, the choice that I originally had that I definitely didn't switch about.
Although I have just remembered that you swapped away from being able to heal us, so maybe health
Yeah.
potion's a good idea.
Mhm.
I'll take a health potion. It's probably just good for my guy in general.
'Cause
Even
we
if I
don't
don't
want
get
him to
hit.
die before he hits 80.
Yeah, I might need the health potion just in
I
case,
do.
I get a bit.
The goal is
Am
to
I on
keep
your
you
list?
alive till
God, I
midnight.
hope I'm not on the
know.
list.
I don't know your name yet.
I'm never going to tell you.
And did you pick a role-playing item, Bill?
My options are either a trophy from my first kill or a seemingly broken compass. I think I'm going to take the seemingly broken compass.
I love that.
And fun fact, it doesn't just seem broken, it is.
Excellent. What about you, Justin?
So I'm gonna go ahead and take the health potion because my boy likes to get into fights, and of course he's gonna get. And I'm taking. It was hard because I either had the hand wraps from my mentor or a book about your secret hobby.
Ooh.
Like, but this
Ooh.
is his secret hobby from that life, so it's like we'll go with the hand wraps. It just makes sense.
Perfect.
And
Love
your weapon that you took is also just like knuckles of some kind, isn't it?
Yeah, it's they were arcane gauntlets and the enhanced mop. So
Very
like
Vi.
yeah.
That's so.
All right. So now that we have our starting inventory, pretty much the last step before we start diving into some more backstory stuff is you're going to pick your domain cards. So these are from your two different domains. So everybody should have 6 options. And then remember, those of you that are sharing domains, it's recommended, not required, that you do not cross the same cards. But if you are going to take the same card, just discuss it and we can work it out. But these are basically going to be different abilities. They might be spells. They might be just abilities. They could be spell books or songs or all kinds of crazy things. So yeah, take a look at them. Pick 2.
I feel the immediate need to take Unleash Chaos.
Ooh, I wonder why.
I
I'm
don't know.
shook and
It's-
Would have
shocked.
never seen that. Never seen it.
Oh no.
And then for just some rules clarifications while you guys are looking at your options. So in Daggerheart, everybody has a loadout of 5 domain cards that they can have. So at level 1, you're only going to have 2, and it's not going to matter. If you look at some of the cards, some of like when you drop them down, you can see like the card art and some symbols. The one in the top left corner with the symbol, that's just that's the domain symbol, and it means it's a level 1. There's like a little tag, like ability or spell that tells you what it is. And then some of them might have a number with a little lightning bolt next to it on the top right. When you do get to a point in Daggerheart where you have more than 5 cards, each rest you choose your loadout of 5 cards. And if a card has that lightning bolt symbol, it means you can swap it out on the fly, but you take that much stress to do so.
I also took Nature's Tongue. You can
I
speak
was
the
looking at
language
that one
of-
as well.
But druid.
Oh yeah, no, you should have it.
I'm over here like I'm gonna fight you.
I've just noticed I've got it currently open. I'm reading it through. Yeah.
What does
I
it
feel
do?
no. I was like, I don't feel the need to explain. I should explain. You can speak the language of the natural world. When you want to speak to the plants and animals around you, make an instinct roll. On a success, they'll give you the information they know. On a roll with fear, their knowledge might be limited or come at a cost.
That's pretty
Dig it.
cool. So you're just over there like chatting up plants?
Yeah, like the centerpieces.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
So like,
And again, Bill, if you
they're
did
cut
also want to take that
flowers,
ability,
are you just
No,
listening
I
to
was-
the
That means they'll just-
screams throughout the hall?
Probably listening to their screams as well as their dying wishes.
wow.
That is morbid.
Just sitting there crying in the middle of the feast?
I
guys are
should
gonna
ask,
fit in
does
great
anyone
with
have
politics.
an issue with that for like lines and veils? Because that's a good question I never
It's
thought
really
of.
funny. I'm
That's
okay. I'm
hilarious.
okay.
We're all like just enjoying like the festivities, and
I also-
all your character could hear is like.
But I also love that like there's still like flowers. You'd be like, "What is your dying wish?" Be like, "Please release pollen into the air for me." Like, okay.
And then I'll take
sure.
the flower out and shake it and
Yeah.
put pollen everywhere.
I wish to be caressed by a honeybee.
It's like, you don't.
Oh.
I don't have. They don't do much when they're alive. They probably don't have the biggest dying wishes.
Chase,
just-
get ready with some dying wishes of plants.
I'm always ready with dying
Good.
wishes of plants.
Why?
That's why he got into
You never know
role-playing
when
games
you
in the
might
first
need
place.
I'm
I
good
went with
at-
not good enough. When I roll my
Oh.
damage, I can re-roll any 1s or 2s.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's pretty nice.
And then I went with uncanny disguise. I can mark a stress to don the facade of any humanoid you can picture clearly in your mind. So, can I copy you all?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
go away.
Perfect.
They are
perfect.
allegedly a humanoid you can picture clearly in your mind. So
Yes.
Oh no, but you've got prosopagnosia. You can't
But-
do it.
My name is Garbage actually because I have a garbage memory and everyone's just like a little bit off.
The
The
hair
nose is just a
color's off.
little bit crooked.
The nose is really crooked. The eyes keep changing. It's a whole problem.
excellent.
Well, with that sage overlap, I took something that I think you probably didn't on, which is I took gifted tracker.
All yours.
That's the whole point. That's the whole reason I'm here, so
Mhm.
I can track stuff down.
Yes, that is all yours.
The picture of the gifted tracker is a guy with a very, very curly moustache and a curly knife and curly hair.
Ooh.
Well, wavy hair.
I can't wait to see the cue card of the mustache. Oh my gosh. Keep talking. Keep giving.
So right now I'm split between what is it? I picked untouchable for one, but I'm split between daft maneuvers or it's daft maneuvers or I see it coming. And it's like, do I want to be able to make a sprint out to, now that I say it out loud, I think I'm going to do with I see it coming.
Perfect.
And yeah, gain a stress. What is it? Whenever you're you're targeted by an attack further than melee range, you can mark a stress. It will also be untouchable.
So
This
you're
is
going
awesome.
hard into like increasing that evasion.
Oh yeah, if I'm gonna
Did
be
you-
up front in your face.
Did you take armor that reduces your evasion as well? Like, is your armor heavy?
No, so I took a quilted clothing.
Oh, nice.
Just so I can increase that ability.
That's cool.
Love the stash.
Speaking of long curly mustaches.
It's
Hey.
that's pretty styling, honestly.
Legit.
I'll wear this the rest of character creation.
Please do it.
Awesome. All right. Did you have your second one, Bill?
No, because I was about to say, as a fellow bone boy, I was looking
What?
at the, I was
You're
looking
a
at
fellow boner?
untouchable, and see it coming
Yes.
in death maneuvers as well. But I wanted to see what Justin was gonna pick with those. Part of me was also thinking about untouchable. I don't think there's a terrible overlap if we can both not get hit by things.
For sure.
Yeah. Especially considering that you're long range and I'm close range. So if we went down that route together, we're not wrong, because again, the two distances apart, you're maintaining your your ability to dodge anything that's shot your way, and I'm maintaining my ability to dodge.
Exactly, yeah.
Which ability?
If you want to overlap them, no worries.
Which card is this one? You're talking about?
Untouchable, I think.
Yeah, untouchable. It's interesting because untouchable is good, right? You can just add half your agility, which for me is a 1 because I have an agility of 2, as an evasion bonus. Great, I get 1+. That's just in general. It's not an ability. It's not activated. It doesn't seem. It's not like take stress to do this. It's just you have more evasion all the time, which I think is. I mean, I love a passive ability.
Oh yeah, passives are great.
Actually,
I'm
probably going to switch out untouchable, because now that I read that again, like my agility is a -1 right now. So
so you get nothing. All right, well, I'm definitely going to take it.
I made a change. I decided that chaos is something that my personality will bring. And so I've decided to change to Vicious Entangle. And then I can see about merging together my whip with Vicious Entangle to see what kind of silly goosiness I can get up to.
That's
Whip
incredible.
them away and then stick them to the ground.
Yes.
Love it.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go with I am your shield. There's only one person that will make me bleed my own blood.
Love that. That's a good one. That's a solid ability.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Okay. We all settled then?
I think so.
Excellent. That is our class and the majority of our abilities. So now we are going to find out who we are, where we come from, and how we know each other. So we're going to click to the heritage section of the character sheet, which is going to encompass your ancestry and your community. So let's start with ancestry. Now, there are a lot of ancestries to pick from. They each have 2 abilities, which are technically cards, but they are not cards that take a loadout slot. You just always have them. If you're feeling bold, you can also do a mixed ancestry, and you can pick 2 of them and take 1 ability from each.
Ooh, fun. I know that there's some very fun races and ancestries and things, depending on the terminology, like in Daggerheart. Like, and look at them now. There's a bunch of pretty wild ones.
Yeah,
they're
love
very cool.
The goblins. Have you opened the goblin card and seen how
they're my favorite?
So cute.
They're so cute.
Goblin.
I love it.
I also just found Varys, and that's really close to Aetherius, which is one of our team members at RD5, and I'm like, that's real cute.
Some of these, any of them that say they're from the Void as well, they are also playtest, but you're fine to take them.
So Furbolg, that's cute. But I think Fawn might be the right choice.
Ooh, I love the Fawn. Very cute.
Yeah.
Or badass, depending on the route you go. Or both.
It's the kind of cute that, like, you look in their eyes and they're like, there's something wrong with that one. But they're real cute looking. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Infernus.
Infernus.
Sweet.
Love it. Those are like the Daggerheart tiefling equivalents.
Exactly.
Actually, yeah. I'm very much. I play a lot of tieflings.
I don't play enough tieflings.
You should play more.
It is. See, this is why I haven't named my character yet, because, like, I didn't think he might be a tiny frog man, but there's a chance he's going to be a little frog man.
Right?
I love this.
Just an old frog. I have to change the age, but whatever is old for a frog. But be a little frog man. I would also like to say, I think character name wise, I'm getting close to not like clearly not having a real name, because I have noticed that my name is on M's list. So I have just been like, my name's Frog. Hello. I'm a frog. Just call me Old Frog. Just because like I know I am on that list. I've noticed before we met.
You could do Groff.
Roth, yeah.
It could be. I like Old Frog. I do just like Old Frog. I think
we make a meme out of it and just call you OF.
No, absolutely not.
Subscribe to the Old Frog.
Everybody subscribe to my Old Frog. Sorry.
That's so good. Okay. Are y'all okay if I take Goblin?
I think you've basically been a goblin this whole time, and now it's official.
It just felt right, didn't it?
It was there.
My first Daggerheart character in playtest was a goblin. She's very cute and pink.
Oh.
A ribbit in the lexicon of this game.
Okay, so we've got an Infernus, a fawn, a ribbit, and a goblin.
Yep.
Love it.
I'm already coming up with the cosplay.
For people playing along at home, ribbits, my two little things that I get. I'm amphibious, so I can breathe and move naturally underwater. So, Chase, if you could just quickly add a couple of lakes and ponds to your setting.
Very large bowl of punch.
Yes. I'm assuming I'm not frog-sized. I'm assuming I'm more than like 10 centimeters tall.
Yeah,
it's still comical
a
to
very
think
large
that,
bowl of punch.
It's still comical to think that like we show up to this thing and your character disappears. We just see one of the fruit. What is it? One of the punch bowls is just your character in there just soaking.
What's the name of the Warner Brothers frog? What's the dancing frog? It's got a silly name.
I know who you're talking about. I don't know its name.
I don't know if I know who you're talking about.
So it's got the little top
Michigan
hat and the
J
red
frog.
jacket.
Michigan J frog.
Michigan J frog.
Wow.
I could be a classic Michigan J frog. And also I have a long tongue. With my long tongue, I can grab onto things within close range.
Long tongue does a D12 damage too.
But it does take a stress to use it.
I mean,
I'd be stressed if I hit somebody with my tongue that hard too.
So my goblin has sure-footed, where I ignore disadvantage on agility checks, and danger sense. Once per rest, I can mark a stress to force an adversary to re-roll an attack against me or an ally within very close range.
Ooh, that's a good one. Love that. What's the Infernus rocking?
So the Infernus is rocking Fearless. When you roll with fear, you can mark 2 stress to change it into a roll with hope instead. And I also have Dread Visage. You have advantage on rolls to intimidate hostile creatures.
Excellent. Fantastic. And what about the fawn?
Oh, yes. That is Kareen Cap. I should zoom in. I don't have my glasses on. Caprine Leap. You can leap anywhere within close range as though you were using normal movement. You can vault obstacles, barriers, and then Kick. When you succeed on an attack against a target within melee range, you can mark a stress and kick yourself off them, dealing an extra 2d6 damage.
Ooh, I love that. That's so cool. Okay, excellent. So now we're moving on to community. Community is not necessarily where you are from now. It is where you come from. So it is just a little bit of a background. Maybe you're from somewhere icy. Maybe you're from the ocean. Maybe you are from the underground or the slums. So there's a whole bunch of different backgrounds you can choose from. They are also going to give you a card that has an ability or 2 on it. This card also does not count against your loadout.
I'd like to bet $3 that M picks Slyborn.
So so I'm Venmoing you? Is that like what we're going with? I
I will
I'm
also
so
bet
sorry.
$3 that On chooses Wildborn.
I'm changing my
Well, I guess
ancestry.
I'm gonna Venmo you what M Venmos me
Perfect.
because yeah,
This is the happy circle of $3.
You're changing your ancestry, Bill?
Yeah. I'm gonna go mixed ancestry, and I'm gonna go dwarf and ribbit, and I'm gonna be a toad man, who can't swim very well, but he has thick skin.
Yes.
Incredible.
oh,
And
That's
everyone's
brilliant.
like, "Oh, you're a ribbit." I'm like, "No,
oh my gosh,
I'm
And
a
then
toad
My
man.
cousin.
It's a different thing."
it's
My
the
mom
OF
was a
comment,
ribbit.
wasn't it?
What I do like when you do it is explicitly you can't just take two traits and stick them together. You
Mhm.
take the top trait from one and the bottom trait from another. So there's clearly some balancing that's going on there,
hmm
which I
Yeah.
think is
Nice.
interesting.
Yeah.
That's a brilliant combination, though. I love it.
So I've got my long
One of the other
tongue
games we were
and my
playing,
thick skin.
somebody played part human, part clank, and they just had like a robotic arm. I thought that was very clever.
Oh, I like that.
I was thinking of that too, but I decided that I saw frogs.
Wait,
Right?
wait, that gives me an idea. I saw an art piece once of a robot that was overgrown and sprouting flowers from different like joints. I may have to change my ancestry
You could
because
you
I
could be
think
the
that would
wild
be
robot.
really sweet. Yeah,
I like it.
I think that could be really interesting.
You know, everybody's possibly changing up their ancestry. If anybody has their community picked, call it out and we'll talk about it.
Oh, the fact that I explicitly cannot, I've taken away the aquatic nature of being a frog, of being a ribbit, makes me want to make myself dune-born and just be a kind of desert toad.
I love
Yes.
that.
Old dry toad.
Old dry toad. That's my name, old dry toad. Yeah, I'm not even looking at the others. Sometimes, it's first choice, but you see a thing that you like, you don't need to ruin it by looking at other stuff.
Yeah,
I'm a desert
I
toad.
love that. So what's your ability you got from Duneborn?
As a desert toad, which I believe is the community, as a desert toad, I have the Oasis ability. Through the heat of the day and the cold of the night, you know how to take care of your people. Once per rest, during a moment of calm, you can clear a stress on all allies within very close range, or clear a hit point on all allies within very close range.
That's really good.
That's
But it's not very nice. I sort of just like go and little pheromones come out of the skin of my toad body.
love that.
Excellent.
I've decided I'm
Did
not
you go
going to
Slyborn, M?
change.
I did go Slyborn.
Sorry, go
Tell us about Slyborn.
I have advantage on rolls to negotiate with criminals, to detect lies, or to find a safe place to hide.
Excellent.
Nice.
Now, advantage in this game, just so you guys are aware, is when you make a dice roll in Daggerheart, you don't roll a d20. You instead are going to be rolling 2 d12s of different colors, and you're going to add them together. And if one color will be hope, one will be fear. Whichever of the two dice is higher determines if you're rolling with hope or fear. If you roll with hope, then you have a better result, even if you fail, and you gain a hope, even if you fail. If you roll with fear, you have a potentially you have a successful result on a success, but with a repercussion. The GM gains a fear and can take a move against you. And if you fail with fear, GM gains a fear, and that's like the worst possible outcome.
Oh no.
And if you roll doubles, that's a critical success. Advantage is you will roll a d6 for every source of advantage you have, and you will keep the highest of those d6s and add it to your 2d12s.
I've been running a Lancer campaign for a while recently, which uses advantage in the same sense. It's
Nice. I
take
like
the
it.
highest of X number of d6s.
It's a nice way. I like how it works out.
It's good because it means that you don't have to worry about when you're designing a system being like, oh, but what if they get a plus 70? It's like, no, it's always going to just be a plus 6. That's the most they can get. It's more
Right.
likely to get it.
Yeah. On, you said you're changing up your ancestry?
I decided not to, only for the reason of cosplaying.
Oh, makes sense.
Yeah.
Wise.
Fair.
Yeah. So I'm
Excellent.
going to stick with Fawn. But I did pick Wildborn, shocker, for community.
Whoa.
Being part of Wildborn community means you lived deep within the forest. Lightfoot, your movement is naturally silent. You have advantage on rolls on move without being heard.
Nice. I love that.
Yeah.
Very good.
It's going to be great
What
with
about
my
you,
really
Justin?
heavy armor.
You're right.
Oh yeah.
Surprisingly quiet.
Yeah.
And, do
No.
you have your
So
background yet?
yeah, I went with Highborn. It's, again, sticking with that whole theme, nobleman
Mm.
turned brawler.
Right. Look at that. Fits perfectly from what you started with.
Yep.
And what's your ability as a highborn?
My abilities for a Highborn would be that there it is. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, so I get privilege. You have advantage on rolls to consort with nobles, negotiate prices, or leverage your reputation to get what you want.
Ooh, could be very good in this here scenario. Love it. All right, excellent. So we have our community and our ancestry. So I think we have a pretty good idea of our characters here. We have a few more steps now to kind of solidify the backstory and tie them to the story. So the last decision you guys need to make for yourselves with your characters is we're going to click on experiences now. Now, on this tab, there is choose your description, which has like some questions it asks to help you figure out appearance. And it also has some background questions that you can answer to kind of flesh out your backstory. We're not going to go over those during this session 0. You guys can feel free to fill those out. And if you want to share them with me, I'll try to integrate some of your backstories and whatnot in here, though, you know, in a one shot that could be difficult. But I do recommend filling them out on your own time just because they can help get you in character a little bit before the session. But we are going to start on the experience tab here because this does have a mechanical effect. Everybody gets to choose 2 of these, and they've got a bunch of examples down below, but really you can make whatever you want. This is either going to be like a background, a title, a phrase, a skill. It can be something like bodyguard or a phrase like quick on your feet. And basically you pick 2 of these, and if you're ever making a roll where you think that one of these experiences can apply, GM's discretion, you can spend a hope and get a +2 to the roll. The only like rules around them is you don't want to do anything like exploitive, like you don't want to be like good at everything or perfect in every way. Don't do something that you can apply to like literally everything. Try to make it flavorful and situational.
Old.
There you go.
If I need to remember something that happened slightly before everyone else was born.
That's a
Okay.
fun one. I love
Don't
that.
worry. I was around for that.
Con artist.
That's great.
I'm kidding.
I go with Vital Striker. It feels like it fits my assassin thing.
Yeah, I like it.
And for my last one,
I'll catch you. That would be a good one.
what about Friend to All? We'll do
Oh.
a contrary one.
Aww.
I
Can't
love
wait for
that.
you to prove it.
I haven't killed you yet, have I?
Ooh. You know you make a valid point. I trust you.
Wow. Haven't picked a voice yet. Yours is so good.
It's my discount jester.
Incredible.
May I suggest? Oh, no, it's me, garbage. Oh, I'm a piece of shit. Oh, nobody likes me. I'm just looking.
Nobody likes me.
Why am I even here? My voice is gonna be wrecked by the end of the stream.
Bit it.
Oh yeah, it is.
Oh, nobody likes me.
Why am I even here?
I have to pronounce this very carefully so it's not taken in a weird way. But you're going to need to take some of the throat coat. Cough, drink, tea.
I think I have some. I've got a whole stock of tea.
I do too.
Yeah, we do. Cool.
Skills
Anybody else got their
like
experiences they want to share?
incredible strength.
I went with
Uh,
the Haymaker Punch and then background Noble Viscount. So that's just the title that that his he's gotten.
Excellent. Good combo.
I don't know.
Okay, hear me.
Ooh,
My two
listening.
experiences are old, because he's old. It'll
Love it.
help someday.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I've also got days of inactivity, in which I have explicitly, I want to specify that he's a toad man from the desert. In his natural life, sometimes he'll just like, when it gets really hot, he'll just cover himself in sand for a little bit, and he'll sit there and he won't move for like 3 weeks at a time. And he doesn't need to. It doesn't. You know, it's like a mini hibernation. Doesn't need to eat too much. Doesn't need to do too much. Kind of fades into the background. And I want to be able to do that in general. So like, sometimes just like, oh, I need to like sneak in. It's like, no, you don't sneak in on the day. You sneak in 3 weeks earlier, and you sit in a corner until everyone just accepts you're part of the furniture. And then you're there, and no one. You fade into the background of everyone's lives. You're like, oh, we need to wait here. So I'll wait. Don't worry about it. I can wait for days.
I
Go
love
We
ahead.
need to see if anybody comes by. Like if you're on night watch, like I don't need to move. I'll just sit here watching, just a little, like kind of half awake, half asleep, with my eyes open, going. So
Bill,
that's a capacity I have.
I have to ask you, can you do the lizard blink?
Oh, do I have to do like one blink at a time?
It's just
Mhm.
like where you're like staring out there and it's like,
No.
I really
trained
enjoyed the
myself to
attempt.
do that from a very young age.
Why?
Same.
What have I been missing? Homeschooling
Because
has never
it's-
betrayed me so hard as not learning how to do the lizard blink.
Did I get everybody on experiences? I think so.
Technically not, because I only have one. Because
you
I
got
haven't
so
been able
far?
to decide the other one. Quick hands. I
Excellent.
think she might be a kleptomaniac.
Perfect.
Steel
Yeah.
hands.
Yeah. Oh, never mind. There's a specific thief. I'll take that. Thief and quick hands.
Sweet.
Maybe. I don't know.
If
Definitely
you change
quick
it, that's
hands.
fine.
Yeah, you can think on it, and if you want to move back and change as we kind of figure more out about our characters, that's fine as well. Cool. Well, with experiences done, we just have one step left for you guys, but this is kind of intertwined with some game master setup as well. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go through and we're going to ask everybody a whole bunch of questions. And this is going to help flesh out our backstories, how we're connected to the story, how you're connected to each other. Now you guys can click on create connections and you can start like looking over them. Basically, everybody's going to have 3 unique questions, and you're going to ask each other player at the table one of these questions, a different question for each player, and they're going to answer it, and it's going to help flesh out your character. But before we do your connections, I would like to ask my game master questions and get that set up so you guys kind of have an idea of where you're at in the setting. So, like I said, normally with the campaign frames, there is a set number of questions to integrate into the campaign, but I'm doing something a little different. I'm going to have each of you pick a different objective from this list, and then that objective comes with a few questions I'm going to ask you. So just go ahead and listen through these, and then feel free to dibs one if you like it. The objectives that I have set is uncover a traitor, win a royal heart, poison a rival, wink wink M, secure a promotion, steal a secret recipe, sabotage the feast, or unmask a noble.
We each pick one.
Each pick a different one.
I want to steal secret recipe.
Steal a secret recipe. You got it.
As a poisoner, I feel like I must.
I was
Yeah.
laughing when you picked the Poison Guild because I was like, wow, how fitting. Did you want it?
unmasking a noble also just sounds chaotically fun. But yes, I will go poisoning.
Okay. Let me know if you guys want me to read through them again.
If
are
you
you
don't
thinking,
mind,
Dustin?
please, and thank
Oh,
you.
yeah.
Yeah, so the ones we have left is Uncover a Traitor, Win a Royal Heart, Secure a Promotion, Sabotage the Feast, Unmask a Noble.
I personally, but I feel like it could be something that you might be interested in, Justin, just because you have a nobility background. I was kind of vaguely looking at securing a promotion. I kind of I wouldn't mind going back as like a in a more important position within my Toad
Age
village
range? Oh.
that I had. And so but I also think like if you're kind of like already a noble-ish person, you might want to be like, make me the Earl, idiots. So
No, I say go
that's
for
up to
that
you.
bag. I say go for that bag. Get your bag. Get your bag.
All right.
Okay, so Bill, you're going with obtain a promotion.
I'm going with obtain a promotion.
You got it.
We'll go win a noble's heart. We'll go down that route.
Nice.
Excellent. All right. So I'm going to ask you guys some questions now related to your goals. I'm just going to go top to bottom here. So, Justin, your objective is win a royal heart. And that is your goal is going to be to get a member of the royal family or another high court to fall in love with you for either love, power, or both. So the questions I have for you, and you like you're making this up, right? This is all like I'm going to tie this into the story, so I'm asking you questions. Throw out whatever you want. Who taught you how to charm nobility?
That would probably have been my mother. She was the one that rose from being a commoner to her place as a viscountess.
Aw.
Tender
I love that.
moments.
Does she have a name, or would you like me to make it for you?
We'll go Mariana.
Mariana. Love it.
Mariana.
Okay. Have you ever been in love before?
Yes.
Any
That's on
clarification
everyone's
you wanna
question list.
provide?
No, yeah, my character has been in love once before. He was a dashing young elvish gentleman. However, the tides that noble what is it the noble life ends up causing people to drift apart for one reason or another, and well, they had to fulfill their familial obligations, which led to their splitting.
Excellent. Any name for that gentleman, or would you like me to add it for you?
We will go with Edgar.
Edgar.
Were
Excellent.
you looking around you for inspiration?
I
for
know. I was
names?
like,
I
is the
was.
shirt named
I love that. I
Edgar?
do that too.
No, that's DJ
Fantastic.
Khaled right here.
Oh, my bad. My bad. How did I not know that?
Ridiculous.
And the last question I have for your character is what's the one thing they're most ashamed of and hope that no one ever learns?
Not listening.
He doesn't wear shoes with shoelaces on them. Never learned how to tie shoes. If anybody's ever really paid attention, they're all slip-ons.
Love it. Okay.
So, oh gosh, sorry.
Fantastic. Next down the list, I have M. Your goal is to slip a harmless or not so harmless poison, your choice, into a specific guest's food or drink. So, the questions I have for you is who stands in your way at court?
I have to make up somebody who stands. Okay. Actually, the person that stands in my way at court is this person's bodyguard, who unfortunately knows who I am. Because we're childhood friends.
My name's Trash. Trash the bodyguard.
Did you want to name this person?
That's a really. I
Did you
kind
want to
of.
let Bill name this
I
person?
think I have to let
Sorry.
Bill name this person. This is flawless.
I named it already. Trash the
What
bodyguard.
are you talking about? This person exists.
Oh, fantastic. Okay. How did you learn to work with poisons, and who did you first test them on?
Okay, yes. I tested them on myself first. It was a terrible mistake. But that is what happened. And I learned how to use poisons. I grew up in the Slyborn community, and I didn't want to live at like my parents' house because they had like way too many children. It was like 23 kids, ridiculous. So I quickly got an apprenticeship and moved out as soon as possible to an alchemist, and bingo bango, poisoned myself.
Excellent. And what would you do if you got caught?
If I got caught,
What's your emergency plan if you ever get caught?
okay, in general or specifically poisoning this noble?
I guess this noble.
Okay, I'm going to change my looks to look like trash. Because that's my special ability, is I can just woo, I'm trash.
Isn't that
not
how you normally
garbage."
look?
Yeah.
So
But
frame trash is
I'm
your
gonna frame
backup
trash,
plan?
and then as soon as I like get around a corner, or if I like I'll be trash, I'll get around a corner, then I'm gonna change myself to look like Aundawyn's character. I don't remember your
Jin.
character's name. Jin. I'm gonna be Jin, and then I'm gonna run around another corner. I'm gonna swap, and I'm gonna be old Toad Man, and old Dry Toad, and then
Is that my name? Oh, good. I can't remember.
Just dump the stress.
I'm just
I love
gonna
it.
I'm just gonna get super stressed out and just completely erase the thought of little garbage even being
Fantastic. All right, I love it. Okay, Bill, your objective is to impress the queen or her advisors and gain a permanent placement in the royal guard, kitchen, huntsman circle, etc. Some kind of higher position in the court. So my questions I have for you is, what have you done to get noticed by the crown so far?
Oh, well, my thought about getting a promotion is what I would actually like
Mhm.
is explicitly to be supplanting the current chief of the Toad Village in the desert. I'd like to be like,
Okay.
can I get royal appointment to be the new chief of the Toad Village?
Love it.
I think I'm currently exiled from the Toad Village.
Okay.
But what have I done to be noticed? I suppose, I mean, my plan is that is for this to be what gets me noticed, right? Turn up to a feast, be the. I think I've done some royal hunt. I think I've helped with some royal hunts. I think I'm trying to.
Royal hunts.
This is a skill set that I have, and I'm trying to ingratiate myself the only way I know how. So there's a lot of just like,
I guess in terms of you guys getting noticed with finding monsters, you've probably been pretty clutch to that, given you are the wayfinder.
Because that's the other thing. I started with the royal hunts, helping out, but all that means is, and Justin, all about this. I lead the hunt. I'm getting the animals all cornered. I'm getting everything all that, and then some noble comes in and goes, "Oh ha ha!" and then they get all the credit, and I'm like, "Well, I worked on this. I was sitting here in this forest, unmoving for 3 weeks, waiting for a deer to come by. But all right, I guess this is all yours." So I've started this hunting and cooking that we're doing is something where I can
Excellent.
actually take the credit.
Love it.
Poor Dusty
All right, I
Bottoms.
feel like we kind of grazed on this, but maybe we can elaborate. What part of your past could ruin your chances of a promotion?
Oh, I was incredibly justifiably exiled from the Toad Village.
Justifiably.
Like they are in no way the bad guy in this situation.
There's
They
a
should have
reason
exiled me.
why you're on my list.
Oh yeah, I'm on your
yeah.
list from the current Toad chief put me on that list.
Yeah.
Um,
Banishment wasn't enough.
yeah. He heard I've been trying to get this position.
So funny.
I'm not a bad guy. I just shouldn't be the chief of Toad Village.
Fair. All right, and what would the promotion really mean to you?
Oh, I mean, I'd get all my prestige back. I'd get my old life back. My wife would want to live with me again.
Oh,
My daughter would talk to me.
My heart.
And I'd finally have vengeance.
Love it. Okay. All right. Next, we have Aundawyn. So your goal is to steal a priceless royal recipe that's kept under lock and key.
Yes.
Who wants this recipe badly enough to pay you for it?
That's a really good question.
Or is that nobody? Do you just want it for yourself?
I think she just wants it for herself.
Excellent.
She'll pay herself somehow.
What is your favorite dish that reminds you of home and why?
Ooh. Favorite dish that reminds me of home. That would probably. Ooh. See, now I'm thinking because of the talking to plants and animals that I'm like, I can't eat meat.
Garlic
probably-
bread. The answer is always garlic bread.
Garlic bread? Because she can't eat. Because I was thinking dandelion salad, but then I was like, no, because she could probably hear the dandelions. So she loves plants, but won't kill them.
This is a complex life.
Yeah.
Pre-harvested plants.
This is an existing form of Buddhist dietary restriction. You only eat things that are
Basically.
technically fruits, right? So you can eat rice because you can harvest rice without killing the plant.
Yeah.
But you couldn't eat a potato because you have to kill a potato to eat the plant. So
Ooh.
this is an existing dietary requirement
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
that exists out in the world.
So
That
maybe
you only eat
like
fruit effectively, but
sweet mango sticky
quite.
rice.
Ooh.
That stuff's good. That's a good point.
Solid
Maybe
choice.
Yeah. I'm hungry. I should have
Putting
eaten
in my
dinner.
notes, sweet mango sticky rice, because she doesn't have to hear it die. Oh man.
like
This would be-
if you cut down a mango tree, its dying wish would be, eat all my mangoes, please. I
Eat all
made
my
them so
children."
delicious for you. Please eat my mangoes. Poop the seeds.
And if
That's all I
you-
need.
If
I
you
am-
succeed, will you keep the recipe and further distribute it, or will you keep it to yourself and destroy it?
Memorize it, destroy it with fire, say a prayer of thanks over it, and then make this recipe and sell it for money. And basically
Eat,
have a little
pray,
bakery.
burn, profit.
Yeah, whatever the recipe is, yeah, sell for profit with the deliciousness.
Excellent. All right. Perfect. That is all my questions for you guys. So this is a great way that they do this with the campaign frames. It's a nice way for the GM to get some story hooks and kind of design the sessions around the players. So thank you for those questions. And now we're going to go to the last step of you guys creating connections between yourselves. So this is going to kind of establish the group dynamic. So Em, why don't we go ahead and start with you?
Okay.
Go ahead and ask one of the players one of your connections on your character sheet.
Justin.
And then please fill it out so that I can see your character sheet later.
Justin, you once asked me to do something that keeps you up at night. What was it?
Ooh.
And I just want to be clear here. Grind is on the table.
Oh, this is a good question. Do we have names yet? Does everybody have their character names yet?
Yes.
What's
My
yours,
character
Justin?
was my character's name is Mateo.
Mateo. And he, him?
Yep.
Excellent. What about you, Em? Do you have your character's name yet?
I have my character's name, but not pronouns yet, and it's garbage.
Garbage. Okay.
Garbage feels like they them.
Kind of. I need to practice some voices first before I can
That's good.
fully immerse.
And Bill, you're old dry toad?
You
You're muted.
muted. You muted.
We
it
can't hear
helps.
you.
If it helps, my name is actually Gerbert the Brown, but none of you know that. All of you
Right.
only know I'm Old Dry Toad.
Old dry toad.
Dry toad. I love it.
Can I call you Dusty Bottoms?
You make me feel so proud.
And what about your name, Aundawyn?
That's gin, but it's Gin, like the drink.
Ooh, I love it.
I love Jim.
She changed it. It was originally Jin, but it's Gin because it was a bonding moment between her and her grandpa that they both loved the drink gin. So she changed the spelling.
That's adorable.
Love it.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry to interrupt your question. I just wanted to see if we had names to get an idea as we're asking questions, so continue.
No, it's phenomenal because it gave me time to think. I think I think after one of the missions, I imagine Mateo would have gone and been like, "Hey, can you what is it? There's a special kind of poison that lets people pass on very, what is it? Very peacefully. Can I get a small vial, please? No questions asked."
Ooh.
Oh, you up to some sinister shit. Okay, I got you. Yeah.
No questions asked.
What about flatulence? Is flatulence okay as like a byproduct of the poison?
Mm,
No questions asked, but that
no
one
questions asked.
probably an answer.
All right, I understand. As much flatulence as I want. I'm gonna whip you something up real good.
No. It's more just I don't want the mess. If flatulence happens to be a byproduct of it, so be it. But leave the mess out of it.
Do you want the poison to disintegrate them? What kind of mess are we talking about? Death is messy.
I don't know
As
why I'm
little
role
mess as
playing. I'm so
possible.
sorry.
We just went
It's
into it.
completely on the table.
I love it.
Fast forward. Leave a trace. All right, perfect. I've got it. I've locked
All
it
right.
in. And it keeps you up at night? That's cool.
All right, Aundawyn.
Yes.
What is a question that Jin has for one of the other characters?
Oh yeah, that's right. I was so enthralled. Bill, what animal do I say you remind me of? That's not a frog or a toad.
No, that would be rude. Imagine going
Yeah,
up to a toad
exactly.
man and be like, "You remind me of a toad." It's like, yeah.
Exactly.
Incredibly rude. Incredibly.
Yeah.
Honestly, that can still be on the table.
I think that I remind you of a like a sand dragon, which live out in the desert. They're the same color as me, almost exactly. And every time you mention that, I look incredibly wistful and sad.
Oh,
I've decided. I think the reason I was exiled from my toad village is I led a failed sand dragon hunt, and then while it rampaged down into the village to attack everybody, I just hid in the sand up, and I was like, not my problem. And I still don't feel now. To be clear, I still think I was justified. I wasn't, but I do think I was justified just hide in the sand. So really, I'm wistful about my exile, not all the people who died because of my terrible hubris.
Wow.
Ooh,
But
okay.
and cowardice.
A strong
good one.
character reveal.
But you're just like, you kind of look like a sand dragon. I go,
Lovely. All right, Bill, a question for another character.
Where are my questions? Here they are. Now, what threat have you asked me to watch for, and why are you worried about it?
Oh, that is such a good question. Okay, this is what it is. You know that I have this list, and I think it's because in a drunken night I showed you the list.
Yeah, and I
And
saw
that's
my
when
name.
you saw your name. Yeah. And if I don't complete my contract and finish off this list in like the next 8 months or so. No, let's make it. This is one shot. In the next 3 weeks.
In 24 hours.
Yeah, in 24 hours. If I don't kill these people, no, 3 weeks. If I don't finish off this list, most of them are done. So that are going to send people after me because they're going to think that I abandoned my contract. So I ask you to just keep an eye out. Just keep an eye out for me.
So you want me to keep an eye out for all the people on your list?
No. The people who are going to kill me if I don't finish my list. I'm
okay.
actively
You don't want,
looking.
You don't want my help looking for the people.
No,
you don't want me
no.
to keep an eye out for Gerbert the Brown.
I mean, if you happen to see him, I take a tip. But you know, that's my job. It's not your job. I don't want to put that weight upon your soul. That's my weight.
Great.
Excellent. All right, Justin, a question for Mateo to another character.
On. My character relies on yours for something important during their travels together. What is it, and how do you feel about it?
That would be vegan leather shoes that do not have laces. It's very hard to come by vegan leather. And I'm one of the trustworthy ones to go to where you know that they will actually be vegan leather. I forgot the next part of the question.
No, I think you hit it. What is it, and how do you feel about it?
Feels real good. Feels real good. Hoping you get lots of compliments because she will probably custom like embroider the sides with like fancy like vines and different types of plants.
Cute. I love it.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right, Em, we're back to you. A different question to a different character.
On. What secret about myself did I tell you, and how did it change your view of me?
Secret about garbage.
And also, this is important for all of the players at the table, because these questions kind of allow you to craft a bit of a backstory for somebody else. You are welcome to like exit if you're like, I don't really like that vibe. You're welcome to do so.
I'm glad you mentioned
also,
that.
sometimes it's kind of fun to lean into it.
Because you can say no to this one too. We were probably drinking one night and you told me your real name was not Garbage.
It's actually been Old Toad this
I mean, you
entire
never
time.
know if Garbage like was actually like your real name or not, but
Yeah, no, I love that so much. Okay, Garbage is not my real name. My real name is Buttercup.
Oh. Buttercup the Poisoner. I love it.
That's so
actually the poet. Buttercup's a poet, a wannabe poet. It's actually really, really bad at it, but in another life,
Garbage wouldn't have been like this.
I think I have to take the mustache off now. It's just too cute.
So is.
That's so cute.
Fantastic. All right, on another player, a different question.
Okay. Honestly, so I had pre-written the names for who these questions were going to go to, and I think that this already answered the question, but just in case, M, what did you confide in me that makes me leap into danger for you every time?
Okay. I'm actually going to do a different one.
Okay.
Something that makes you leap into danger for me every time is that I think once upon a time you saw somebody that was about to get hurt, like a kid or an animal, and you weren't going to get there in time, and Garbage saw the look on your face and saved them for you.
Yeah. It was probably a really tiny sand dragon.
He's a little bitty.
It's all coming together. Awesome. Okay, Bill, another question, different question for a different character.
All right. Justin / Mateo, What friendly competition do we have?
Ooh. That's a good one. I think it's silly, but I think it's a staring contest. I think that like I think it was probably something silly that popped it off. Probably like a night of drinking as a group, where because I imagine Mateo's eyes are like pitch black, so it just popped up. It's just like, hey, let's see who can win out of a staring contest, and our characters went for a pretty long time, but ultimately Mateo lost. It's like, I need to blink.
It was right after I told my story. It was like, I can spend 3 weeks lying, unmoving, unblinking in the sand. You're like, you can't unblink that long, you
It's
idiot.
like, I don't believe you when you say that you can go 3 weeks without blinking. Prove it.
The trick is I can use my my tongue to moisten my eyes without having to blink.
Slow lick.
Yeah, and real slowly too.
Oh, it's
Causing the
old
eye to
eyeball
twitch.
liquor.
Absolutely
so
hilarious.
That's amazing. All right, Justin, another question for another character.
Okay. I'm not a fan of this one. I think just because of so the question is, I still haven't forgiven you for something you said to me. What was it and why did you say it? Now, if you're so comfortable with it, we can make something kind of funny and just make a little bit out of it. Or I'm also good with just Xing out of this one and finding something new.
Yeah, you can also, if you want to alter the question or if you want to come up with your own, that's also fine.
Who was this to?
That was to you, Bill.
It was to me? Cool.
Yeah.
No, I'm sure I can say something silly that just really bothered you. Without it being like, a gross attack on the person that you are.
Yeah.
Something stupid instead. If you're happy with it, I think tied into the hunting thing, I would love it if we talked about hunting and you had mentioned like a hunt that you'd been on or a trophy that you'd found, and I already sort of knew the name of the person who organized that hunt, and I keep giving credit to him for the things that you did. Like, you did do them. You're like, no, it was like a real thing. And I'm just like, oh, yeah, no. Michael did a very good job getting that boar ready for you. No, I hunted the boar. No, yeah, Michael got you a boar to hunt. That's true. And I just will not accept that you did it yourself, even though you probably did. Not everyone's hunts are like mine.
I love that. I'm here for it.
Fantastic. Great. Okay, M, last question for the last character.
All right. I think I only have Old Dry Toad left, and it's a pretty basic question. What about me frightens you?
Your list.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense.
That's great. Love it. Cool. All right, on last question for the last character.
Mateo, what affectionate nickname have you given me? If you need a TLDR of the character too, I can give you that.
Yes, please, if you don't mind.
Vegan, also doesn't eat plants, kleptomaniac, chef, does not think before acting, same with most of the time speaking, naive, maybe that's an act, who knows, and just rather adorable.
I think it's just going to be something very simple, and it's probably something along the lines of either smooth hands or quick fingers.
Smooth hands. I like that.
That sounds like an insult that a ghoul says in Fallout. What are you doing here, smooth hands?
You do this, four hands. Especially because she's more or less covered in fur, so her hands are like actually smooth.
Mhm.
So it probably takes her like a couple of days, and she's sitting there just like before bed, all tucked in, and goes, "Oh, smooth hands! I get it now," and then goes to sleep.
Just
Adorable.
hearing the what is it, the finger snap, and
Yeah.
then the presence of a finger gun heading their way.
Yep.
Excellent. All right, ODT, last question for the last character.
All right. This is for Aundawyn's character. Why do you act differently when we're alone than when others are around?
Can you describe to me what you look like again?
All
That
right,
sounded real bad.
Picture a man.
Yeah.
Now picture a toad. And
So the
that's
skin of a toad?
I got the skin of a toad.
Okay.
I'm the main character from Michael and Darche's classic postmodern novel, In the Skin of a Toad. And that's a it's a fun on Darche reference for all you postmodern literature fans. I've got toad skin, I got a toad face, I got two big tall toad eyes. I'm kind of like constantly hunched over and fairly I'm bipedal, by the way.
Yeah.
Just in case we're all I'm not just a toad, I'm a toad man. And I'm brown. I'm so brown. Like a toad brown. Like a lot of more illustrious toads are like called like someone the golden. I'm
Yeah.
just the brown. It never stuck well for me. But hey, I'm proud of it. My father was also a brown toad. And yeah, I'm old. I'm clearly an old, even for someone who's not used to chatting with toad men. I'm
Yeah.
pretty clearly an old toad man.
Okay. I think probably the most it's probably due to being like something about your eyes is really unsettling to Jin. And when there's like other people around, she doesn't have to like she won't like stare awkwardly, like trying to figure out your eyes and how you can actually see whether they're alone. She kind of just sits there like awkwardly, like maybe with a mug in hand, like
It's a Hypnotoad moment from Futurama.
yeah, yep, kinda. It's genuinely like confused by your eyes and unsettled by them.
Nice. Also, I've said I'm brown over and over again too many times. I might choose a color that is not also a human skin color, so that we don't have to worry too much about some people who are literally out there being like, I would call myself brown. This guy's a toad man, and it's kind of weird. I might be blue instead. Should I be blue in the desert? I'm hoping blue.
I think that
Nah,
sounds
I'll be
very
blue.
pretty.
I think that sounds pretty. Kind of like a jewel in the sand.
Also, I don't necessarily think I have to be that blue. I just to a toad person's eyes, I'm blue. Everyone else might just be like, "You look like a toad." Like, no, I'm blue.
So no, actually, you're
like
yellow.
a really like deep blue.
Yeah, it's subtle,
Yeah.
but it's
You're
important.
yellow and orange like a sunset, not blue.
Right.
Yeah, blue.
Love it.
I've changed my name.
Excellent.
Though
But
for
you changed your
all-
name?
I've changed my name to
Oh.
Gerbert the Blue, but for you all,
Gerbert the Blue,
I am
right.
still just an old dry toad.
Gerbert
Is
the
that-
Brown who is blue.
Is
Yeah,
that
gotcha.
odd?
No,
Odd
no.
Odd?
to
Okay.
jibba.
Yeah.
Perfectly
All right, that's
fine.
fair.
Okay. Excellent. Let's see. Was that On's question or that was Bill's question, right? To On?
Yes.
So yeah, Justin, take us home. Last question to the last character.
Alrighty. So, what is one thing our characters are both afraid of?
We're both afraid of?
Mhm.
The color blue.
Don't know.
I think we're both afraid of not amounting to anything in our lives.
Ooh.
I can see that. It would be hilarious to think of just like either a sober night or a drinking night, whatever have you, just getting into that deep conversation of like what our character's deepest aspirations is, and then that leads into like our character's biggest fears, and it makes it even.
You know, Trash is a bodyguard to a nobleman. And what am I doing with my life? I'm just hunting beasts. And no one's ever gonna know my name. Garbage will never be known among the assassin kind. It's humiliating, let me tell you.
I understand. This is one of those that I feel like my my family is proud of me for being where I'm at, but I feel like we could strive to do a lot more, and I'm afraid that this is all going to be for naught, and I'm just simply going to end up being the mediocre, the lame duck, if you will.
You understand me? You get me. Here,
do.
take this pill. You'll see stars.
It takes pill, pops it, and doesn't even think about it.
You're gonna feel like you've turned into rubber, and then that rubber's gonna melt onto hot pavement. It's gonna be great.
Oh man. All right. There we have it. There is Daggerheart character creation. So you guys have everything that you need. Last step on like the character builder, I would recommend just clicking level up. You don't have to do anything with it. It'll just kind of finalize your sheet, and then you can click on character sheet, and that'll populate your character sheet and should work for you. Now, most of the things should be automated. Kind of the last step for like setup is that you will all start with 2 hope, which should go on your character sheet automatically. We'll get into the rules during the next session, but like I said, hope is just spent for a lot of different things. And then I start with 1 fear per player, so I will start with 4 fear for the one shot. And that's really all there is to it. There's Daggerheart character. So yeah, we'll wrap it there for the evening. Due to time, we're not going to do an encounter. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you all a teensy bit of creative thinking homework. I want you all for the start of the session to have an idea of something that your group, so this is, you all obtained this all as a group, but I want 1 food item from each of you, and we're going to try to put them into a recipe at the start of the next one. So I don't want you to talk with each other. I want you all to get an ingredient that you come up with your own, and then the start of the next session, we're going to come up with a recipe. It can be some sort of made up creature. It can be some sort of herb, and just something to contribute to a recipe. Come with something prepared. For an example, the encounter you guys were going to fight tonight was going to be an umamitar, like an umami minotaur made of savory mushrooms. So feel free to make up creatures or whatever you want, and that's how we'll kick it off next time.
Jin now has a fear of eating vegetables, knowing that they could become sentient. So
all
That's why you
kinds of
don't kill
wild
'em.
things in the dungeon.
You just gotta eat.
Yep. All right. Yeah. Well, thank you guys. Your characters sound amazing. I'm so excited. I think this is going to be some great group synergy. So think of your recipe and then also be pondering about how you're going to accomplish your goal. And we'll have a fun beast feast next session.
yay.
For
Brilliant.
that, thanks for watching, everybody. And we'll call it a night. Bye.
Bye.